And welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today I'm doing my first review for Wild Eye Releasing, and the movie I'm reviewing this morning is American Mummy. It's from 2014. It's an hour and 22 minutes. It's from August 21st of 2014. Um, Estimated budget was $3 million. I have no idea if that's exactly what it was, but I did some research online, and that's what it said. It's estimated at $3 million. Um, what it was is a movie that had graduate students on an archaeological dig in a desert. They perform a ritual on a mummy, where the mummy has a fearsome mask as well, and what they do is they want to see if the legend is true. So I can't remember her name in the movie, but she sacrifices, like, does the ritual with the blood hand on hand, and then takes some kind of twine and then like bites down on it, and it resurrects the the spirit of Tezcatlipoca. He's the Lord of the Smoking Mirror, and once they do that, all the cast members in the movie start to go against each other, because like it's kind of like it's almost like the legend body hops, much like what goes on in Jason Goes to Hell. It goes on from one person to one person. Like, the way you know that the person has the curse is that their tongue is either a bluish green or a greenish color, and that's how they determine later on how, if the person had the curse. And once they did, you didn't know when they'd snap, because they could be, once they threw up, they started, like, that's when they started getting kind of violent. And I don't care. I like this movie. I looked it up online as well, and it's got a 2.8 rating on IMDb. I think that's very unfair. I think they did as best as they could with this movie. They did really well with the movie. The budget on this was $3 million, as I say, but I think they made the most of it for what there was for a budget. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Jason Goes to Hell in a way, with the, like, the cast in the movie, like, with the way they did things, like with it passing on from person to person. And there was one guy in there that kind of reminded me of I think he was I think they said he was a doctor. Said he passed, the way he was in this movie. He is a womanizer, and he kind of reminded me of the Bible salesman in Maximum Overdrive. Remember, he kept trying to hit on the girl that he picked up, he dropped off to the trucker dive there. Uh, that's much like this guy. Every time he'd come in close contact with a woman, he'd kind of like check her out, like, secretly, and look at her funny. But that was a funny part in the movie, and it all led up to him and one professor of the dig and an archaeological student making off in a truck. But it ended like there was going to be a sequel. I'm not aware that there's a sequel currently. Like I said, it's from 2014. Um, its production company was Amerimum, so I kind of felt like that they might have planned the franchise, but it might not have lived up to the numbers that they were hoping. I seen a review here on YouTube about, I don't know, not too long ago, and the guy was really unfair with it. I think this movie's very enjoyable. The director was Charles Pinion, producer Greg Salmon, and the music was composed by Walter Warzawa, and the screenplay was done by the director and producer Charles Pinion, Greg Salmon. I would give this movie, out of a score out of 10, I'd give it about a 7. I thought it was really good. It had its kind of quirky moments, but it pretty much it flew by. Before I knew it, it was into the hour time frame, and it was over. And like I said, I would have loved to have seen a sequel. Unlikely we'll get one. Um, the cast stars Susie Block, Aiden Bristow, Peter Marr, Rigo Abizo, and Esther Canada. Uh, the character of Carmen kind of isn't in it throughout, but pretty much all the characters in it are in it for the whole movie, other than maybe the Aztec priest that they keep showing back in flashbacks and stuff. But I really recommend this movie. And coming up, my next movie I'll be reviewing is going to be the classic, from what I've been told, Baby Frankenstein from Wild Eye. I'd like to thank them for sending me American Mummy and vast other ones that I got, and I'll be leaving their link in the description below on how you can get a hold of them and buy their titles. But thank you for taking in my review, and I will see you in the next video. It'll probably be a Dollar Tree video, and then I will be. I'm so kind of stoked about these reviews that I might do another one by the end of the week. So be looking out for that, and please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Thank you.